Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Conifer Health Solutions. They have a business analyst role that I think it's going to be very exciting to talk about. And you all already know I love any analyst role. And the reason is very simple because analyst role tend to pay very well, and right now they are at the peak of everything in terms of analysts. They tend to pay very well, and the potential for growth is so much higher. Right now, it is at a peak. So a lot of analyst role continue to trend in the positive, which means that there are more and more opportunities, especially like business analyst, for example, is a career path that is just kind of pivoted very high in the last, couple of years. And what does a business analyst do, right? So they are really communicating the business needs to IT folks. So the IT folks are not able to really deduce what the business needs because they are talking tech, right? And then the business people do not really know tech, so they're not able to necessarily communicate in a way that the technical team are able to understand. So there is that one person that has a little bit of tech knowledge and at the same time also very versatile in terms of business operations. So they wear those two hats and are able to communicate what the business needs and at the same time ask the right questions to the business from a technical standpoint so that the technical team can then incorporate that into whatever processes or software development that the business needs to be successful in their day-to-day operations. That helps, right? So I know that I just gave a whole lot of spiel. So let's dive right into today's video. The first one, as I talked about, is with Conifer. So Conifer is looking for a business insight analyst level 5. This is a fully remote role. You do need to be in the United States to apply for this position. So this is not a remote worldwide position. Instead, it's a remote United States position. So already from my explanation, you already know the difference between both. Remote United States means you need to reside in one of the 50 states in the US to be eligible. If you are in Canada, you are not eligible. If you are in Europe, you're not eligible. If you're in Africa, you're not eligible for this position. Okay. All right. With that being said, let's talk about what the expectation is. I've already sort of covered what a business analyst does, right? So just a little addition to what I've already provided is a lot of quality assurance type of task comes with business analyst roles as well. You're doing a lot of UAT testing, meaning basically testing environment, non-production environment, and then transferring whatever feedback you have to the technical team, which they can incorporate into live setting or production setting. So that's really what that is. So they talk about troubleshooting. They're talking about being able to gather information, issues, and sort of triage it appropriately, communicating information from one side of the business to the other. Really, this role is one that I just for one personally really love because it allows you to really get to the grandiose of doing the business at the same time really expanding your technical knowledge because you're constantly interacting with tech teams. So and I think that is just the beauty of it. You are somebody that is very versatile in that sense because you can be a tech person and at the same time also be a very process oriented individual and at the same time also able to say these are basically ways to incorporate these processes into different systems or different interfaces or databases and so forth. So this individual can potentially even move forward and become a technical PM. So usually those two kind of go hand in hand in a way. So technical project management as well as business analyst, they sort of go hand in hand. So if you are ever one or the other and you're looking for a new opportunity, you can just always search between those two. All right. They talk about VBA, they talk about SQL, and that comes with it, right? So because we've talked about processes, we've talked about systems, we've talked about a lot of databases and so forth. In addition to that, some of the requirements they're asking for is 4-year degree in business, accounting, engineering, or if you don't have a bachelor's degree, they're looking for you to have 7 years or more related type of experience. Healthcare experience is important, is relevant here because Conifer is a healthcare organization, right? And then they talk about 2 years experience working with ETL technology. As I mentioned before, because this role often bridge between the business and technology side, and the often bridge between the business as well as the tech sector of the organization, is important for such individual to be technologically inclined. So ETL is one that they are looking for this particular one. But then again, there are so many other potential requests that could be in alignment with this as well for business analysts. So this position, obviously, as expected, pays very well. Like as I mentioned from the start of this video, business analyst, anything analyst right now is just very much on the high side in terms of salary. And this job did not fail me at all, because you can see that the salary here is on the high end, between $85,000 and $136,000 per year. That is the salary. And obviously, depending on where you're located and so forth, is going to determine, as well as qualifications and experience, obviously, is going to determine where you fall within that bracket. But it's a very wide bracket, right? They do also have a very good match. So Kunifa tend to do that very good match in terms of 401k. So up to 6%, which is not bad at all. So that is just to give you some ideas of what this position is. They do have other roles open as well. They have another business analyst role that is still open, insight analyst level 3. So level 3, they also have revenue appeals role that is open right now. This one you do need to be RN. They also have patient account representative role that is also open. So these are 3 positions that are open in addition to this one that I have just shared with you guys. Yeah, so definitely check those ones out as well. I do have another position. This one is with Tenet. So Tenet Health is looking for a physician services coding specialist level 2. This is for the pediatrics department. And this position is fully remote and also within the United States. You do need to have knowledge of ICD-9, ICD-10, HCPC, CPT coding, and so forth. And so forth. They are asking for a vocational or technical education beyond high school, which means and that makes sense. A lot of medical coders do have a medical coding type of degree or certification. With this position, minimum of 3 years of coding experience is what they're looking for. They have the credentials listed here, AAPC certification, AHIMA credentials, and so forth. Position is paying between $20 and $30 per hour. That is the compensation for this role. It's very similar to Kunifa. So Tenet is also a Kunifa company. So they have the same benefits as you can see here. 10 paid holidays per year. They also offer the 6% employer match for your 401k and so forth. So that is it for this one. So the next position is with Mercy. So Mercy Hospital is looking for a clinic patient access, work from home. This opportunity is within the United States, so you do need to be in one of the 50 states to be eligible to apply for this as well. This one is more of a customer service telephonic type of job where you are providing access as well as assistance to patients to help them navigate healthcare a little bit better. So really making sure that any type of information they need as far as their records, the healthcare experience, setting up appointments, navigating different community resources, and so forth. So that's what this position is. It's a bridge between data entry and customer service. You are comfortable being on the phone sometimes and also doing a lot of office work, documentation, and so forth, then this is really a good role potentially for you. So what are the requirements? What are they looking for with this one? As you can see on here, must live in Arkansas region. They did specify that, even though they did not call that out at the onset of this role, but they are calling that out. But they are also calling this particular role entry level type of jobs. So there are no education requirement whatsoever besides just having a high school diploma or GED. And they also talk about some experience with customer service. So it's interesting how they call it data entry level, but then they still have these requirements. But that's just the way this role is set up. And they prefer people that are bilingual bilingual in Spanish. So even if you're not bilingual, I still encourage you to go ahead and submit your application anyway. The same way as well, even if you reside outside of the state of Arkansas, still submit your application, just because they did not specify here. They just said work from home. So I encourage you to still do that if you find this as a good opportunity, because then you can definitely ask questions as you move further through the interview. With this position, they are talking about training. So they will initially train on site, opportunity to move to work from home role after successfully completing the training period and meeting productivity standards, which is why I think they are probably only encouraging people that live in Arkansas to apply. So if you live in Arkansas, they feel that may potentially be easier for you to come on site for training. Okay. So that is this position. It's the last position in this video. I hope you find these leads helpful. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed already. Till next time, I wish you guys all the very best of luck, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye.